Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today, we're going to be looking at 5 unnerving horror stories to put in the background while you're doing the dishes or cleaning your room or folding laundry, whatever it is that you need to do around the house. So, if you're ready to get scared, then let's jump into it. It needed a lot of work, and he was up for the challenge. He liked old houses and fixing them up. And this one had a really good deal, so he bought it without hesitation. And other cartoons in the basement while hiding in the closet. This person says that when they were young, their family lived in a 2-story house. They stayed in bed all day listening to the rain and falling asleep. Round PM, they heard a knock on the front door. Their mom answered it and invited whoever was out there in the rain to come in and sit down for a bit. Their mom was nice like that. Then the doorbell rang. Their dad answered it and invited the person to come in. The person sitting in bed was curious, so they sat up in bed and looked over to see who was at the door. All they remember seeing was someone wearing a trench coat and a hat. They couldn't see their face or anything else. Then the person took off their coat and sat in a chair by the fireplace. This person watched them closely, but they never looked back. They just stared at the fire. About half an hour passed, and then the person stood up and walked to the front door. Before opening it, they turned round and looked directly at this person in the bed. They gave a slight nod and walked out. After they left, this person's mom and dad acted like nothing had happened. They didn't even mention the person again. And this person still wonders who they were. Okay, I'm kind of confused here. First of all, why were they at the door in the middle of the afternoon on a rainy day? And second of all, why did they come inside? What was their purpose? And third, why did they stare at this person in the bed? It almost sounds like they were sizing them up or something. And I don't know why, but that last part creeps me out the most. It is like they knew that this person was watching them, and they wanted to make sure that they were seen. Anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. There was one bathroom on the first floor and 3 bedrooms upstairs. One night this person woke up to what sounded like screams in the walls. Obviously, they were scared, so they called out for their parents. But their dad told them to go back to sleep because it was probably just a cat or something. But then the sound happened again. It was definitely coming from the walls. This person ran to their parents' room and hid under their blankets until morning. To this day, they still don't know what the sound was, but they say that it might have been a ghost. I can't believe that this kid's dad just brushed it off like that. Like, of course, it could have been a cat, but it could have also been something more sinister. Like, why wouldn't you investigate? I would have gotten up and checked it out. And I guess that's what their mom was thinking too. Because in the comment section, there's this one comment that says, quote, "My guess is the mom heard it too and went to check it out, and that SYOP doesn't remember getting up." That's actually a really good theory. I hope that's what happened. I hope she's okay. Otherwise, that is pretty messed up that she would just leave her child to face whatever was in the wall by themselves. They were never scared of the closet. They loved it. But one night, their dad yelled at them to come out of the closet because he thought that they were watching TV with him. When they came out of the closet, their dad got really angry and started yelling at them for listening to the television and not paying attention to him. He told them that they had to listen to him when he talked to them and that they weren't allowed to watch TV unsupervised. And normally, this would have upset this person, but it just made them confused because their dad was yelling at them about things that weren't true. They weren't watching TV. They were playing a game on the computer. But their dad was so mad that he told them that if they lied to him again, he would take away their computer. Then he stormed out of the room. Okay, I'm kind of confused here. Why was the dad acting this way? It seems like everything this dad is doing is completely uncalled for. But then the story takes another turn. Later that night, this person heard their parents arguing and their dad left. Their mom came down to the basement and asked them if they wanted to play a video game together. And this person said yes, of course. But then their mom got a phone call and she left the basement to go talk in private. While she was gone, this person went to go sit in the closet and watch TV like they like to do. But when they opened the closet door, they found their mom's body hanging from the closet rod. She had taken her own life. I mean, that's tragic. No one should ever have to find their parent like that. And it makes me sad that this person had to grow up without their mother. And I wonder if their dad was the reason behind it. I wonder what the argument was about. Maybe the dad killed the mom. That would be horrible. But after he moved in, he started hearing strange noises throughout the night. He thought it was mice at first, but there were just these regular scratching sounds. Then he noticed that when he turned off all of the lights in his house, there would be a blue light coming from underneath his floorboards. At first, he could only see this in one room, but then he started seeing it in others. The blue light would just shine through the floorboards. He even tried ripping up the carpet in that first room where he saw it, but it didn't help. And still to this day, he has no idea what the blue light was or where it came from. That's scary to me. I don't want to think about walking into a random room in the middle of the night and seeing a bright blue light just shining through the floor. Like, does anyone else think that looks like something straight out of an alien movie? Like there's no way that's normal. I wish this person had recorded it. That would be insane proof of something supernatural happening in their home. No. 5 is the blue light biome, Blaze. This story starts out with a man who just bought an old house. Number for his weeping woman by Anonymous. This person says that they were home alone one night when they heard someone crying in their living room. Now, to clarify, they do live in an old house, so they didn't think much of it at first. They just thought maybe some pipes had burst or something. But then the crying stopped. And about 20 minutes later, they heard footsteps coming down the hallway towards their bedroom. Now, being a smart person, this person grabbed a baseball bat that was next to their bed and waited in the dark for whoever was making noise to come closer. They said that they heard the footsteps stop right outside of their bedroom door, and then they started knocking. Someone was literally knocking on the bedroom door. Now, being a smart person, again, this person grabbed a baseball bat that was next to their bed and waited in the dark for whoever was making noise to come closer. They said that they heard the footsteps stop right outside of their bedroom door, and then they started knocking. Someone was literally knocking on the bedroom door. Well, obviously, this person did not open the door, but instead started yelling for the person to go away. And this continued until 6 in the morning. I mean, I'm assuming they eventually went away because they didn't say anything else in their story. But still, imagine having to listen to that all night long. Also, why were they knocking? What did they want? And why did they stop once the person started yelling? It doesn't make sense. No. 3 is the closet door. By Anonymous, this person says that when they were younger, They used to watch Scooby-Doo know. 2 is the sound in the walls by Anonymous. And no. 1 is a house guest by Anonymous. This person says that one summer they were homesick from school.